Hello, my name is Callie from Everything is Temporary, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to join me for this restorative listening journey called the Mountain of Impermanence. Settle yourself comfortably, either seated or lying down. Try to ensure that you won't be disturbed by other people or devices. And if you feel that you might be hungry, thirsty, or in need of a bathroom break, just pause this recording and return to it once you've dealt with everything. If you feel you might fall asleep for the night, just prepare yourself and your space for sleep. And now settle even more comfortably back into the support of your bed or chair. If it feels right for you, gently close your eyes, and if not, just soften your gaze to the middle distance. And let a wave of relaxation pass through your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. It'll melt away any tension in your scalp. Unfurrow your brow. Unclench your jaw. Loosen your neck. Spread a calming warmth across your shoulders and dissolve any tension there. Let your chest loosen and your belly soften. Release your hips and let them relax fully into the comfort of your bed or chair. Untense the muscles of your thighs and relax your calves. And let your hard-working feet enjoy the rest. And now we're going to take a few deep, relaxing breaths together. We'll be breathing in through the nose and out through the open mouth. So let's take a deep, long in-breath through the nose and hold. And now open your mouth and release it all. And again, a long, deep breath of fresh air in through your nose and hold. And through your open mouth, exhale the stale air. And one last time, deeply in through the nose and hold. And now with a sigh, release all the last of the air from the bottom of your lungs. And now drop your body even further, surrendering it into the relaxing support of your chair or bed, as we are about to begin our mythical journey together. Picture a mountain path winding through misty ancient peaks. seems to take no effort, and yet you are rising efficiently up the side of this mountain path. Each step takes you higher, and as you walk, the clouds that cling to the mountaintop are shifting constantly, revealing and then hiding majestic vistas at every turn. You continue almost gliding up the mountain path, enjoying the incredible views of perspective as you get more and more distant from your natural daily life. And higher towards the heavenly visions that the top of this mountain afford. And the clouds still shift constantly, revealing and hiding the vistas at each turn. And as you make progress, enjoying the journey, you realize that this mountain is starting to teach of something. The ancient wisdom of impermanence. Just like the shifting clouds, nothing is fixed. Everything is in motion, and your current view is never necessarily all that is out there. As you progress effortlessly along this beautiful trail, you encounter a stone statue. It seems ancient and wise. It's been weathered by centuries of wind and rain that have etched their marks on its surface. The statue is beautiful precisely because it has changed so much during the circumstances it has lived through. The patterns etched on its surface are precious. The fact that it has been weathered by centuries of wind and rain give it resilience and beauty. This statue is stunning precisely because it has changed. Imagine now that you reach out your hand, tracing the etchings on its surface. Appreciating its form with your mind and understanding that even what some people would see as decay is in fact sacred, that release of parts of your history is a form of transformation. This statue was originally carved out of a much larger piece of stone. That was its first incarnation. And then the perfection of its original shape was built upon and improved by the experiences it had in its long existence. This understanding is sacred, that release is a form of transformation. And with your hands still holding the statue, a story begins to unfold, as if this sacred stone is passing on an ancient myth that it is held in waiting just for you to arrive. As your hand meets the cold stone, the story seems to pass into you and be absorbed by your consciousness. And this is the myth that unfolds. In a village long ago, the elders taught that holding tightly to thoughts and fears is like trying to clutch onto sand. The tighter the grip, the more slips away. Holding on tightly to thoughts and fears in an attempt to control the future is like clutching sand. The tighter the grip, the more effort is spent, and yet no control is had over how the future will unfold. Thoughts and fears have not helped. Gentle planning and an awareness of the present moment is all that is required. No harsh grip, just a presence, no clutching at sand, just an awareness. And in this village, those who learned from the elders and followed their advice and began to release, discovered lightness, freedom, and clarity. They understood their wise one's lesson, not to grasp at sand, concentrate on remaining present and aware to what unfolds in life. And those that followed this practice learned to release. They discovered lightness, freedom, and clarity. And as this story passes into you, so does its learning. You too appreciate the lessons of the wise elder of this ancient village. You realize that worry and anxiety cannot change the future. It's like trying to grip onto sand. It only slips away. Just maintaining an aware presence in the moment is all that's needed to discover lightness, freedom, and clarity. And you imagine your own mind full of tangled thoughts, releasing like sand running through your fingers, with your worries falling away into the air and the earth, and being left just to be guided by your awareness and presence in the moment, and how that will deliver for you lightness, freedom, and clarity. You feel a gentle hum from the stone beneath your fingers, as if the statue is bidding you farewell, having passed on its learning. And you return your attention to the mountain path. Again you glide so easily upwards, with no effort. It's as if your steps are magical. overlooking a valley that's shrouded in mist. You stand watching the incredible vista and breathing in the pure, clean air. Each inhalation grounds you on this mountainside, and each exhalation releases any of the last tension from your past. The valley below looks tiny. The busy people, the crowded streets seem so far away. From this perspective, each errand being run, each responsibility of those tiny beings at the edge of your view seems much smaller, and the worry they may be attaching to it is put into greater perspective. Yes, their jobs may need doing. We all need to pass to and fro in our daily lives. But the tension of worry and anxiety that's created by controlling what happens can be seen up here with this greater perspective for how little it affects things. And you realize that surrender and release into a simple form of gentle awareness is all that's required. The valley below represents the transient nature of all things. The mountains erode over time. The rivers shift their course. The seasons pass. And even the mind can move from worry to calm. you breathe in more of the fresh mountain air, feeling a sense of release and relief. This journey upward that could have been such a trial, taken so much energy and been so difficult, has actually been an easy path of clarity and light, and the burdens you felt before you began it have totally disappeared. Breathe in the fresh air of this mountain scene of clarity and perspective, and feel the impermanence of your own thoughts. Stress and overthinking were clouds that always drift past. They do not define you. They never have, and now they never will. If they should arrive, just visualize them as leaves on the wind, rising and falling, appearing and disappearing, while you remain steady, like the mountain you are standing upon. Your perspective shifts naturally, but you remain rooted in timeless presence and ease. You feel so blessed to have been brought on this journey and to have been gifted its lessons by the ancient wisdom that resides here. You take one last look from this incredible elevated space and promise yourself you'll remember the sense of perspective and clarity that you gained here. And you will carry that with you always, replacing your worries with clarity and calm. Replacing anxiety with awareness and presence. You feel complete now and decide to return down from the mountain. As you descend, you notice that the world feels lighter. It feels softer. Anxiety has softened into awareness. Overthinking has transformed into curiosity. And you carry with you the mountain's teaching. Everything changes. Everything passes. And this truth is now your life's anchor. Everything is temporary. And if this is your normal bedtime, you will now drift off into a deeply relaxing and refreshing sleep. And if you need to resume your day, slowly bring your awareness back to your current surroundings. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you feel ready, gently open your eyes. My name is Callie from Everything is Temporary. And remember, you can return to this restorative listening journey or any of our other guided visualizations anytime you feel the need. They're here for you. Go well.